That way there's not an echo. We got this here. I want y'all to share this with the people. If you're watching this in the futuro, I want you to do the repost button. Because don't deserve a repost. Hey, everybody who are in here, we're going to be talking. I'm waiting for Gray to come up. And we got Gray.
There we go. How's it going, brother? How's it going?
I am good. How are you?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Let me ask you this. You were doing a lot this weekend because you had a lot coming across your social media feed. What was going on with you this weekend, brother?
Let me tell y'all. So while I'm doing this, I want y'all to tag people y'all want to see come up here, right? Use that little paper airplane. Send this to the people. Be annoying. So this weekend, and those of you on YouTube watching, throw some comments up. Let us hear you. Let us see you, right? Because we everywhere. So this weekend was the Caribbean Fest in downtown Raleigh, North Carolina. I went out there. A friend I used to live with, she was like, Derek, you want to go to that thing? I said, sure. And I really wanted to go to the Caribbean Fest because I like looking at beautiful people. Okay, I'm lustful in my heart. Y'all pray for me. Okay, I wanted to see the people have dressed a little bit and see some of the food that was out there. But I really want to see that dressed people. So I got out there and it was stupendous. I had such a beautiful time out yonder showing the people Black folks doing what Black folks do. And it was real beautiful, Gray, because North Carolina is a red state. Large groups of Black folk anywhere in the United States is looked at in a rough spot. But we was able to be Black and proud and loud.
Nice.
The whole weekend. And it was beautiful. I wasn't out there the whole weekend, but it was beautiful. How about you? What you get into?
Well, I just want to say first, that Caribbean Fest sounds fantastic. One of these days, maybe I might have to come out there and we go together, brother.
Let me know. I will be right out there.
But the weekend was fun for me. I'm pretty sure you saw the announcement. I have been accepted as honored to be the spokesman for Thrive Roots. I'm super excited. So I made that announcement on Friday. My father-in-law came in town because he was celebrating his birthday. And then, of course, he was celebrating my good news. And so we hung out the weekend and had a good time. And I'm going to tell you this. My father-in-law, it's funny. His nickname is Butch, right? And I'm his Sundance Kid because, whenever we're rolling together, we're rolling deep.
We love to see it.
But I'm going to tell you, we had a little fun. And we were drinking some adult beverages. And I'm going to just say, my 72-year-old father-in-law drank me under the table. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
He's a professional with it.
He knows how to hold it, huh?
Yes.
My God, today.
But it was a good weekend, man. It was a good weekend.
Well, congratulations for you. If any of you are commenting, I was about to say my comments stopped, but I see them now. I was like, why don't I see them? I'm waving at everybody now. We're waving at everybody. So
we got Waleed up in here. Hey, Waleed. I just gave you a whole new name. We got Wade Lee up in here. How's it going?
I thought you were saying we had Wale in here. I was like, Lord, I'm rooting for everybody that's Black too. I was about to say, we got Wale in here. Y'all tag Wale. We need all the rappers. Tag every rapper you can think of right now. Okay, so from Salt and Pepper. So y'all tag up to do this shit. That's so I love it. Hey, Ray.
Yeah.
So we are here today. And this is the right conversation. Y'all ask your questions away. We're gonna talk about some secrets of trade, I believe, that we do. Some things that we like to give away. I don't often like to give away my secrets for free. The fact that y'all get to be able to watch this is beautiful to me. So again, those of you on social media, Instagram, or our YouTube, we are on like 3 or 4 YouTube channels. And both these Instagram pages, please ask us your questions. Because we got a botanist and a horticulturist. Because you're doing all of that. You have all that acreage out there.
All that acreage. Well, the thing about it is I've never met a plant that I didn't want to grow. But I thought about something. On Saturdays, I do a little podcast in the morning, right? It's Mornings with Gray. And it's funny because I was talking about container soil this weekend. So I'm going to ask you the same question I asked on a podcast. what's the difference between dirt and soil? Because a lot of the online social media groups are always talking about dirt versus soil, dirt versus soil. Well, you're the botanist. What's the difference between dirt and soil? Even though the name of our show is The Dirt on Gardening.
It really is the dirt on gardening. So look, here's the difference. For the people who want this answer, I'm going to give it to you. The difference between dirt and soil is dirt has no life in it, and soil is living. But I want you all to know, as a North Carolinian, okay, they are interchangeable to me. Now, I don't say that that's right. But somebody used to stop me. They be like, we don't have dirt, we have soil. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. When you go inside, you don't say, oh, I'm so. You say, I'm dirty. That's just me. But again, I know that's the answer the people want.
Yeah. And I mean, you're right. You're right. You know, and that's what we were talking about. Is dirt is essentially, you know, it's devoid of life. It's not going to have that microbiology in there. It's not going to have that the protozoa, the bacteria, all those things you need to foster life in a plant. It's not going to be there in your dirt, but your soil is going to have all that. But you're right. I mean, it's one of those things that, you know, you say it enough where most people know what you're talking about. Like, for instance, you guys know that I'm a mechanic in my other world, right? Mm-hmm. The thing that runs your vehicle, the heart of your vehicle, is called an engine, but everybody and their mama calls it a motor. A motor is an electrical device. But, you know, enough people say it where it's like, okay, yeah, I know what you mean. But no, it's actually called an engine. So you just got to let it go, right? Like Teddy Pendergrass said, you got to let it go.
Looks like another love TKO. That's where I was going. So
hey, Jimmy.
We got all the people in here that didn't ask your questions. You have probably combined at least 20 years, 40 years of growing experience, I'm sure. I'm trying to think. I started growing plants as a child. I started growing plants good as a teenager. I was maybe like 15 or 16. Definitely below 17. I'm 35 now. So yeah, that's 20 years. You have at least 40 years of experience of growing people here. So you can ask us questions. We'll give you some good answers or tell you where to go.
Well, Wade, Plants by Wade just had a question for us, and it's about reusing soil. Yeah, it's about reusing soil.
What he said?
He said, can you reuse soil? Or do you recommend a fresh soil?
That's a good question. What you gonna say?
It really is. And I'm gonna say, look, I'm cheap. So Derek always talk about all these acres I got around here. But look, I do have a lot of growing beds. And I will reuse soil in a heartbeat. I don't get rid of soil. I've seen people throw soil around. I'm like, that is some premium soil right there. You can refresh that. You can add things to that. You can amend that soil. I don't throw soil out. No, I reuse it. But you, Derek.
Now, I'm going to tell y'all my trajectory because I want y'all to often know where I came from. When I talk about a lot of the stuff I do, especially about these plant hacks, I really talk about it like I do because I used to do a lot of those things. So back in the day, Derek used to be like, I'm going to take the soil and I would rotate it out. And I would rotate it out and put it with earthworms. Because, and when I say back in the day, I mean when I was like, again, 14, 15, 16, right? Because, here's the thing, I knew in a book somewhere that earthworms regenerate and replenish soil. So if I can get them good, I can get everybody else good, right? My plants would be okay. And then at one point, I started just adding compost. Anyways, Terry, I started adding compost to everything heavily. I would take the soil out and turn it and do all these big things to it. So all these pots, take it out, do all this stuff. And I, at now the big age of 3-5, do this. I will just go out yonder to my pots, any of them, unless I'm repotting purposely, and I will just literally add a slow release, some mycorrhizal stuff on top of the soil. I may work it in, I may kind of rough the soil up a little bit, but outside of that, while all my stuff is perennialized out yonder, I don't do all of that anymore. And I know a lot of you are like, well, you know, my favor is like get rid of that soil and da-da-da-da-da, and you're throwing it away. Because there's a lot of people, Gray, who throw soil away. I don't know, do they tell you they do that?
I've heard of people doing it. I'm like, that's the craziest thing in the world to me.
insane because it's a non-renewable resource. Like peat bogs or the slash and burn cocoa core plantations are both effing up the environment, right? There's some people will be like, this is better than this, or this is better than that. It's all terrible. So just keep the soil. And unless it's like got a terrible pest infestation. Hey, Agro Chic, we got Perla up here. Unless it's got a terrible pest infestation or unless it's got a terrible disease infestation, keep that soil. Keep it forever. So that was a very long answer to your short question.
Oh, hey, well, you know what? I got to give a shout out. I got to give a special shout out to my friend, NYC Apartment Home. She is a wonderful lady. She has a bunch of great tips, DIY hacks. You guys make sure to check her out. Look, I think she's awesome, and you will too. Okay? Just have to say that.
And I'll say, if I haven't looked at that person's page and rolled my eyes yet, then they must be doing good. Because I don't remember looking at them and being like, ugh. And some people, they make me say, ugh, especially y'all's cousin Hamilton. Okay? I dare some of y'all to tag him in the comments. Okay, we got another comment. They reuse it. They don't either. They reuse the soil. What's your most precious indoor plant? Your most precious. Which one do you, I guess, value the most or care for the most? Which one do you most, like if you had to save them in a house fire, who you going for first?
Ooh, see that one? That's hard, brother. That's
yeah, because I'm thinking of several. I got my Thai Constellation, my strawberry shake. I repotted it. It's actually growing now because it was growing slowly before, but it's actually noticeably growing now. That I'm like literally, it'd be like that Pee Wee Herman movie where he was running out with all the animals back and forth. It would be me with all these plants. But what about you, Gray?
Well, first I want to say rest in peace, Pee Wee Herman. Man, was iconic.
No. Paul Rubens, I tell you. Go ahead, though.
Paul Rubens, yeah, Paul Rubens. That's a challenging one because I don't know, dude. I mean, like, I really feel like I would be Big Top Pee Wee or Pee Wee's Big Adventure because I'd be running out with my moringa trees and it would probably kill my back. I would be running out with my Thai Constellation. But see, when you asked the question, you said, which one do you care for the